Hello, good evening, everybody. It's a wonderful day when you don't drink Bud Light and you're definitely not gay.
Not that there's anything wrong with being gay,
No,
but
there's nothing wrong with it.
there's always been something wrong with drinking Bud Light.
Just don't be showing children your fucking genital warts, and we're good.
Yeah.
I might have some things to talk about today. Aside from Bud Light and being super gay. Yeah. Yo, what up, Ethan? Hey, yo, Amerigo. Round and round, up and down. Here we go to Trudeau's crazy town.
Where's he doing today anyway? That guy.
Oh, no.
He's back in the country.
Probably playing fag golf.
Yeah. Oh, he's on personal time. Oh, I guess the
Hole in one.
house is
The house here is very lonely and quiet today.
Do I go to comments or do I go to chat?
Comments.
We have one person here who's talking?
Ethan Shorts. He said, okay. What up and who's gay? I don't know who's gay. It could be a new guy who's gay today and just loaded up a bundle of hay. Oh, yay. Just kidding.
I'm always shocked at how many freaking podcasters I listen to from America who are like conservative podcasts. And I keep learning that like they're gay. I don't even realize.
You know what they say? You can prick your finger, but you can't finger your prick.
No, you can finger your prick. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen that shit. It's fucking horrifying.
Yo, Joe Fly, what's going
Joe
on,
Fly?
lovely woman, you?
Joe Fly needs to get up on one of these panels one of these days. You know what I'm saying?
Don't worry. When we meet in person, I'll take a short and I'll post it, and you'll see what Joe Fly is.
We'll see what Joe Fly is.
You know what I was trying to say, okay? Right, Joe Fly? I'll do a short with you and be like, ooh, quarters with Joe Fly. What did I call you when I first met you? Joffley. In Ottawa, I was calling you Joffley.
Joffley.
Yeah. I was so drunk most of the days I couldn't see what I was fucking reading. Yo, Hugh G, what's going on? Yeah, I was an alcoholic in Ottawa, guys. 7.5 years clean. Went to Ottawa. Shit that down the drain. Or, sorry, more like fucking drank it and pissed it down the drain.
I feel like Frankie right now. That guy from the Netherlands.
Right? Just leaned over, all like smoking and shit. Like, hey, how's it going, guys? I love that guy.
I just lean on my side.
Right? Lean on my side while I'm getting very high. Everybody knows that we do a love drive-by. Where'd he go? Oh, I heard something. Procky's still there. He's black screen.
Yeah, no, I'm here.
He's pulling a coda. He's like, yo, I'm here. No, I'm gone. I'm gone. Bye.
Yeah, I'm gone now.
Bye,
sorry,
y'all.
guys.
Oh, fuck, man. I got bit by a mosquito right on the top of the friggin' head earlier. I wasn't wearing a hat because I'm not thinking straight. It's so itchy. So itchy, and it doesn't help. I got a pimple there, too, so that doesn't help. And it's like side by side, the mosquito bite and the pimple. They're like that close together. It's like, it's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid. It's stupid.
Damn, that fucking mosquito got right in there.
Oh, yeah, it did, dude. Oh, yeah, it did. Let's see if Akala hops up here. I just sent him a link. What's going on? Did my chat stop working, or did everybody just shut up?
There's no one here. That's the problem.
Well, I didn't shut up. I know it takes a minute for the notification to go. If anybody even gets them, most people, they're just scrolling YouTube and happen to see that we went live.
It's also, it's summer. It's Saturday. People are at the lake. People are camping.
So true.
Joe Fly's here.
So true. Oh, I'm getting high.
I don't know. My instinct is to go straight to let's talk about what's happening on Twitter today.
What's going on, Dana?
There's some funny ass shit going on.
Let's talk about what's going on in Ukraine today. We can read this shit, can't we? Ukraine nationals fleeing the. I already read this part to Procky, so for Procky, this one part's just going to be hearing it twice and annoying. But sorry, Procky.
Fine.
So Ukrainian nationals fleeing the ongoing war in Ukraine arrive at Trudeau Airport, Montreal, May 29th, 2022. A new immigration pathway being launched by the federal government opens up permanent residency to Ukrainians living in Canada with one or more family members. Graham Hughes - the Canadian Press. What do y'all guys think about that so far? The federal government has launched a new immigration program for Ukrainians fleeing their embattled country, allowing those in Canada with family to receive permanent resident status.
I guess the first thing that comes to my mind is, hey, at least they're white.
At least what?
At least they're white.
That's just racist. We continue to extend unwavering support and a lifeline to families separated by this conflict, including through this family reunification pathway that will help Ukrainian families stay together as they rebuild their lives in new communities in Canada, said Immigration Minister Sean Fraser in a statement released Saturday. Eligibility will be extended to Ukrainians living in Canada with temporary status and with one or more family members in Canada.
I wonder where they're gonna live. There's no houses for them. There's not enough housing for people who live here. So, who live here already, There was just that story about that nurse who lives out of a van and works at the hospital. And I mean, a lot of people, especially in Vancouver, there's a big van culture or whatever in Vancouver.
Dude,
where
Vancouver basically started van life.
Living in a van down by the river is now a dream, not
right.
Anyway, yeah. And these people don't even have vans. So for the love of God, what are we doing?
Well, I've been looking at this shit all day. The government said more details will be released closer to when the program launches on October 23rd, 2023. The program will have no cost attached to it and will be in place for 1 year. Minister of Immigration, Refugees, and Citizenship Sean Fraser makes an announcement in Ottawa on March 22nd, 2023. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. The announcement Saturday comes on the day the government initial emergency immigration program was set to expire. Under the Canada-Ukraine authorization for emergency travel, CUAET, launched in March 2022, Ukrainians were able to come to Canada and live and work for up to 3 years. They benefit from a variety of measures meant to speed up the visa process, including prioritized processing and waived fees. So what do you guys think about all that so far? So I think that that's absolutely Ridiculous. What's going on? So we're giving Ukraine I don't even think we're selling them vehicles. I think we're giving them vehicles. And if they are buying them, they're probably buying them with the money we fucking gave them.
Didn't
Pardon
the
my language. And now you're paying them. Now you're paying them to come to Canada after paying them to fight a war. I'm so confused.
I was on an elevator in a high-rise building in Vancouver, which we have a funny nickname for, but that's for private chat only. These buildings. But
Lucifer, what are you doing?
the news in the elevator on the TV screen said that the U.S. has approved the cluster bomb munitions to go to Ukraine. So they're going to start using cluster bombs against the Russians now, but in their own country, I guess. So it's really
and people are loving that China and all them are continuing lockdowns too. On top of all this stuff, I know this is like off topic here, but I just wanted to say because I just found out I was doing a little research. I'll get documents and stuff on this stuff too, I promise. But apparently more lockdowns are coming. We only said this since the last lockdowns were here. And once there's something that they're working on right now, and once this shit goes through, they can put the whole world on lockdown. And I don't think any of us want that shit.
The laws were in place before COVID for that to be a thing, and they didn't even use those laws to their fullest during COVID. Now, there could be any number of reasons for that, but here's an example I'm pulling from is like recently there was news about this, the Quebec Quarantine Act or whatever it's called. And, Ernie Racing put out a video and said, oh, this page was updated and they have these laws now in Quebec, and they snuck them in under the dark of night that say they can forcibly vaccinate every single person of the population. But upon a little bit further research, these laws have been in place for over 20 years.
Right.
And they didn't even really use them during COVID. So, are they going to use them one day? Maybe. And we should look at that hard right now.
Honestly, I don't know what to expect anymore. I honestly don't know what to expect anymore.
We also we fucked the algorithm by talking about the C word by its name.
Oh, I don't give a shit.
Sorry, Coda.
Whoa, I almost just ended the screen trying to scratch my mosquito bites.
Remember back in the Ottawa days and right after the Ottawa days, we actually had to be careful about saying COVID. That was a banned word basically, because they would just fuck your channel over just for mentioning that word. I don't know if they still do that as much, but maybe they do.
No, but Danny, there's new information out on it. There's new information out on it, and there's new bills coming still. And
what about the Florida county that passed some legislation banning vaccinations because their justification for that is that it's a bioweapon? Did you see that?
No, I don't think I did.
Yeah, that's a little nugget of news from from Florida. Yeah, it's some county. We should be better prepared for this, maybe.
Well, I still got other shit to read off too anyway, so. Take your time, Procky. I'll read another page off of the Ukraine thing.
Yeah, let's hit as many topics as we can. I mean, you know.
So this next one is roughly 166,000 Ukrainians have come to Canada through the special visa program. That's about 21% of the 800,000 emergency visas granted from around 1.1 million applications, according to the government. We're just asking for lots of flexibility. In an interview Saturday, the head of the Ukrainian Canadian Congress said the details to come would be key to their response to the program. But in general, he said his organization is pushing for more options for Ukrainians coming to Canada. Sorry about that. We're just asking for lots of flexibility on the pathways for people as they make their way through what is a very uncertain situation, said IHOR Michael Chizin, the UCC's CEO. I hope I said that name right.
Now, I wonder why, 900,000 people applied to come to Canada and then
no, 1.1 million applied. Only 1.1 million applied. 800,000 got approved.
But 166,000 came.
Yes, only 166. Or yeah.
But you know what's really interesting about all this?
That's what it was. 166 came to Canada.
The kind of flow of these. So people have said, I think, that like Poland is the number one receiver in the world of these Ukrainian refugees, but that's completely untrue, and it's always ignored that the vast majority of Ukrainian refugees have gone to Russia.
Right.
Like, it's not even close. There's like 3 million went to Russia and 1.5 went to Poland. I'm pulling those numbers out of my ass, but they're close to the truth. And anyone could pull up the numbers and, see that.
If we're still up in an hour, we might have Brian.
I know. I got to debate that guy into getting up here. I already tried with the Quebec Quarantine Act.
Dana, I'm not really living in anyone's area right now. I am somewhere in Northern Ontario. I have said an area that I am close to. However, I'm not going to give away my exact location. And I am still far enough away from you that, for me, it's nothing. But for everyone else, it's I don't want to drive an hour. I don't want to drive 5 hours. No offense, Crocky. I don't want to drive 45 minutes to come see you today, bro.
That's a long ways away, Delta.
Yeah, right? It's like 5 days away from me now.
I know.
What's going on, beer guy? It's just a hop, skip, and a boner away.
I fucking just had a job like right in that area too. Fuck.
If only I was still there. No,
fucking that place is a shithole.
Right? One
it
key
was
unknown was what? It's a shithole now? Okay.
No, it was all right. It was fine.
No, I said now.
Oh, now? Who knows? I drove by, but I didn't go in.
So we've only got this page and one more little guy left. One key unknown was what set of questions the government would be using to determine eligibility and approvals throughout the process, he noted. Ukrainians approved under the CUAET will still be able to travel Canada up until March 31st of next year. Afterward, they will be subject to the standard immigration measures available to others around the world. Once in Canada, Temporary residents will be eligible to apply for an extended stay of up to 3 years through study permits and open work permits, all of which will be prioritized. They will also have access to settlement services such as language training and employment services. These measurements will help them thrive in communities across the country, the government really said. Huh. So, in other words, everyone can come to Canada and do whatever the fuck they want except for Canadians.
Well, to me, that reads like, come here, and then if you're lucky, after several years of dealing with our bureaucracy, we might help you. We might not. We'll see. You're going to have to be
Oh, yeah,
patient.
of course, but
Like,
it's still,
they're
you
treating
won't
them the
help.
same way they treat us.
This is what I'm trying to say is you won't help the additional 2 million people who are becoming homeless per year, but you'll help everybody else.
But that doesn't, to me, that doesn't seem actually like a very much help, to be honest. When I read that along with you, and I know what it's trying to portray, that we're helping them. But to me,
Right,
the
but at the
details
same time, it's
said,
just a control tactic. It's just so that
I
they
mean,
can control more people.
maybe they're getting more help than, your average homeless guy here, for sure. I'll agree to that. But the kind of help they're offering refugees and immigrants,
It's not
and
enough.
I mean, well, it's nothing. It's they basically are being given the same treatment as, anyone else here. But the immigrants that get the best treatment are literally like middle class Indian, Chinese, any other country you can name, where they have fucking hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars to bring here, and those people get treated extremely well, and you
But
get
yeah,
a full pass.
no, I totally agree. And Dana has a good point here, too, with zero public consultation. And Brian just said the Quebec legislation reads section 124 to 126.
Right. So that's what we were talking about earlier. And
is there any way you can pull that up? Because I can't. Not because I'm already live, so I can't
I'm not
do
on
it.
I'm not on the StreamYard on my computer. But
Word.
I've seen it.
I
There's
can probably. I'll go. Hold on.
It's on Twitter and shit. It's all over the place.
Well, you've never minded being alone for a minute. I can pop out of here and go and take a couple screenshots and do some reading again. Let me just do this last one of this one here.
Hey, I successfully pressured you into joining Discord. I'll do the same for Twitter soon. You'll see.
McAlchishin, I'm just going to say it like that, said while immigration programs and settlement services are important for people coming to this country, the priority push from his organization is still aid to Ukraine itself. The sooner that Ukraine wins the war, the sooner peace and normality can resume, and this massive refugee crisis will come to an end.
Such a weird way to word it. It's like, refugees aren't a crisis. We love them. We welcome them. So what crisis? I'm always confused by the way they use language.
Oh, I'm confused by all of it.
Plus, if there's any men coming with them, which I know there are because I see them in my own community, these strong, middle-aged Ukrainian men running all of these community programs around here. Well, how the fuck did you get out of fighting the Russians? How did you get over here to Canada? Fuck,
right?
Go back and fight, you motherfucker. What are you doing here?
If we were at war right now in Canada, I would be fighting with everything I got to fucking protect everybody in Canada and all the people, all the children.
At the same time, I understand, like, maybe I would, like, flee to another country, though, and not fight.
Pussy.
Yeah. I think that's what I would actually do. I would try to get away from the fighting, and I would, like, leave. And I would, like, go hide in a different country so I didn't have to fight.
And I just look at you and oh my God,
because I'm a Ukrainian.
You're such a effing pussy. And then that's when I'd be like, oh, it's okay. I am what I eat.
That's why I fly my Ukrainian flag in Canada.
The hell are you doing, Lucifer? Huh? What are you doing? Yeah. No. Yo, okay, give me a second here. I'm gonna go and check that link for a second. You got this, Procky.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask everyone a question. Coda, you may be listening, so you can answer too. But what if your parents were born in Ukraine and, came here and you were born in Canada, but everyone in your family is from Ukraine? Do you hang out in Canada and avoid the war? Or, do you go fight? I mean, I think I know how a lot of people would answer that, but I think they might be a little dishonest about it. If I was, I'd probably go fight. I mean, I don't even think probably, I don't know. I don't know what part of Ukraine I would be from in this hypothetical situation. If I was like in Eastern Ukraine, there's strong possibility I would be like more of a, Eastern influence, Soviet influence. So the Ukrainian situation is complex, obviously. There's Western and Eastern influence in Ukraine. And did I do good, Code?
I have no idea. I didn't hear anything. I tried, but I was
trying so hard there. Big try hard.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to read this. If you have like 5 minutes and you could pop up, that would be so much easier because I tried, but it's just too tiny. And when you took your screenshot there, your gosh darn volume thingy that pops up on your phone is covering the words on the end.
I think Guerrilla Radio might be sending the message to watch the documentary Ukraine on Fire. That's
what
possible.
Up, Guerrilla Radio?
It's possible that Guerrilla Radio wants all of us to watch the documentary Ukraine on Fire. I would recommend it.
I don't know, Mr. Procky.
There was a good little interview with, I think it was with like Melanie Jolie or whatever. I forget her position exactly. They're all jokes now. But they asked her like, well, when does Ukraine actually win the war? Is it when all Russian troops are gone from everywhere, including Crimea? And she couldn't answer. Like, is it about Crimea too? When will the pushback be satisfied? It's so, we're in the muck and the mire here. Are they going to try and take back Crimea now? I mean, we're talking like crazy shit.
I got no idea. But I see people don't like us being serious. Because they keep coming in, hearing us being all serious and talking stuff that they could just go find everywhere else, and then they're just like, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. I'm just kidding, y'all. I'm just kidding. Why'd it go so quiet?
Again, Brian, it depends on where so in this example, your parents and your entire family were born and raised in Ukraine. And you were born here, but it depends on what part of Ukraine your family's from. And if your family's being fucking murdered, right? That's what the question's based on. You have to put yourself in those shoes. And meanwhile, we have like Ukrainian men like fleeing to Canada. So,
What do you think about Peaceman's comment there?
Since we are in World War III, all nations should withdraw troops to their respective countries. and protect their land. I will stay and protect my land and not fight others. Fair enough. I mean, if you don't have roots in other places around the world, I totally agree with that.
The only
Personally,
reason I would
don't
agree
either.
with that is for one simple fact. If I'm going to come fight for you, right? Now, if I ever go to war in my country, are you going to do the same for me?
Well, I mean, this is why world wars start, because countries come to agreements like that. But really, the most important factor here is where your roots lie. So like Vancouver is like full of Han Chinese from China. They're loyal to Xi Jinping. If there's a
Oh
war
yeah,
with
and if
China all
we
of a
go to
sudden,
war, you already know for a fact they're shooting
they're not
every fucking
fighting for
white person
Canada.
they can find.
And even if they try to live here and ignore the war, I mean, that's not, when you're actually in a war, that's not an option.
Nope.
So
now YouTube,
things,
I'm not saying a war is going to happen here. I'm not saying that. We're just
yeah,
speaking
I
our
disagree.
opinions.
We're not in World War III. We could be. It's possible, but only
But we don't know
history.
if we are.
Only history can confirm that if things escalate.
YouTube, we don't know if we are because we don't want to get banned and I don't want to get another strike and I don't want to get demonetized for a second time. Or a third time? I don't remember if I got demonetized again. Or
Damn, if
not.
China owns more of Canada than the amount of voters who voted in Trudeau, we're in trouble.
Oh yeah, I did get demonetized twice. The first time was because I didn't have my payment info updated.
Yeah, that's kind of on you.
The second time was just because straight up misinformation, apparently.
I got demonetized.
Even though I didn't know I was wrong, but
it's funny because I thought I got demonetized on Twitch, but it was the same deal. Like I didn't update my payment info. And then I checked like a year later, and now I have a big fat check coming to me. So fucking A for me.
Yo, what kind of dumbass fucking does that, eh?
I'm going back to Twitch to spread my far right Canadian patriot propaganda.
I'll go over to Twitch to spread my far right fucking propaganda ass cheek.
You know what? Like
games.
I'm friends with like gay people and even a couple of trannies. But the tranny friends I'm friends with are fucking based as fuck, or else they wouldn't be my friend. And like they're not trying to cram their fucking lifestyle down anyone's throat. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck. This whole thing is horrible. And
it's a shit show.
And by the way, if you live in Vancouver and you want to do that, that's fine.
What? Move back to Vancouver?
No, anyone who wants to live in Vancouver and be a tranny, you can be in Vancouver and do that, but I might have to.
Dude, I think Ontario's like
I might
the
have to
worst
move
for
away.
it, man. Fucking Toronto holds like fucking huge ass pride festivals. It's absolutely disgusting.
World War III will be fought on a conventional battlefield. That's what will define it as World War III. And again,
Lucifer, shush. I'm only right here.
We won't know these things until after it's all over. Like, it's how it goes down in the history books decades later. So
yes, Brian, people really do need to see what's really going on, but unfortunately they're too blind or they just today's laying on the side of the road dying. No one would care. And do you know why? Because they'll just do this, face in the phone and keep walking. Let's just pretend we didn't even see that and just keep walking right by it, and nothing will happen.
And Brian, to your link there, and we didn't show it, or we're not able to, but I wouldn't mind discussing it a little bit there, because we were talking about this Quebec Quarantine Act thing, and but I remember like Viva Frei, for example, talking about this shit about the Canada Quarantine Act. which has been in place for a long time.
Mhm.
And those same provisions are in this. There, it's crazy what's in these acts, but it's not new news. But yeah, I mean, it's still worth spreading for sure. But it's, to me, it's a weird story to latch onto just because it's like Quebec specific, and like we could just as easily be talking about the Canada Quarantine Act instead of Quebec, because like no one, cares about Quebec. A joke.
No, I kind of agree, in a way.
Uh, yeah,
I mean, people
it's
are
crazy
so
what's in
like,
there.
people are so short-minded and short attention spans and shit. Like, nobody wants to pay attention. Nobody wants to do anything. Nobody wants to realize what's really going on in the world. And that's just my opinion. And like, I just.
There's also there's a historical context to these bills and these quarantine acts that go
I
back to
agree,
smallpox,
Dana.
where
Right.
smallpox was eradicated through vaccination. And I mean, it's a part of history that probably a lot of people don't even fucking know today. I know everyone here does, but that's the kind of pandemic that these laws were fashioned after. And
Well, ladies and gentlemen, and Procky and everybody, I've never had a fucking single vaccine in my life, not even so much as a goddamn flu shot. I've had a tetanus shot, I've had a Hep C shot, and that's fucking it.
yeah, I think I got whatever I got at birth, which probably wasn't much in the 80s. And then
Or the 90s.
they were giving us hep hep B shots, I think, in like middle school. Hep
Yeah.
B, I think. And I think I took like one or out of 3 of them or something. But I can't, like, do they mass vaccinate children in schools now? Oh God, we shouldn't even talk about this shit.
Oh yeah, I know, Brian. What's going on now goes way beyond vaccines, but still, that's it's still a big part of what's going on, because they're trying to make worldwide forced vaccines. I know it's old news, but new things are coming up about it, that people are actually forcing it in small cities and stuff now, and it's starting to spread to more and more places. And the 15-minute cities, the digital ID, the um, um, digital health certificate, all of it, man, all of it's the same thing. They're forcing us into compliance is what they're doing, or they're just weeding us out and killing us. And you know at the end of the day, they're committing mass fucking genocide.
Yeah, here we go. Back to
And
my. Go ahead. Sorry.
well, I'm just saying they're basically committing mass genocide, and what is anybody doing about it? There is 8 billion fucking people in this world. Not even 100,000 people control the world. If everybody stood up today, this shit would be fucking done tomorrow. Done.
So the
That's it.
the
Over.
county I said that was in Florida. So here I found that article. It says Brevard County Republicans have voted in favor of making the COVID vaccines illegal in the state of Florida, calling it a bioweapon and claiming that governments, media, tech companies, and corporations have committed enormous fraud. And I feel like that's actually maybe a little far, but it's pretty fair. It's pretty fair. I think part of that, if it's a bioweapon, I mean, we all suspect it's a bioweapon, but
It's obviously a bioweapon. It was made in a biolab, and it was
we're
not
not.
patent. It was not
I'm
Mother
not
Nature.
convinced. Personally, I'm not convinced.
It's a fucking patent drug. non-patent, whatever the fuck. They will find themselves with digital ID and CDs. Isn't it CBDCs? But yes, I totally agree, Bri. I totally agree. But we apparently as a people, apparently now you know where I'm getting this from, so you know this isn't me talking. Apparently we can't do anything. Apparently our single vote does not count. But here's to all the haters in the back and all the people who just can't help but fucking open their stupid big annoying mouths when there's 0 point for it, and you should just be fucking stapled the fuck shut for the rest of your life because fuck you. I'm not going to be that nice anymore because you need to open your eyes. Do you know what's coming? Do you know what we're going through? Do you know what we're dealing with? Do you understand that if you don't opt out of this stuff, you're going to be affected by it? Do you understand that your one decision to do good in this world can make one other person do good in this world, who will make another person do good in this world? And by the end of that chain, we could have changed 1 million people's lives. We could have saved 1 million people's lives. We could have been a part of a fucking revolution, a real, positive, loving, courageous revolution. Okay. I'm not just talking about ending mandates. I'm not just talking about getting masks off your face. Okay. I'm talking about protecting your children, getting off your lazy fucking asses, and doing something for your family instead of sitting there collecting free money from the government and getting used to the fact that, well, if you do what I say, we'll just pay you. You can just stay home. You can do this. You can do that. But little do you know, I'm going to own you. And if I want your house, guess what? I'm taking your house. If I want your car, guess what? I'm taking your car too. Guess what else? I can take your kids. I can take your money. Why? Because you complied. Because you gave in to everything we told you was coming. Because you didn't listen. And if that is not understandable, if that is not dumbed down enough for the people in the back, then I don't know what is.
I've seen some funny ass articles that are like, why didn't the unvaccinated warn us better? Or whatever. They're all butthurt because, like, we didn't try hard enough. They didn't try hard enough to warn us. Okay.
Right? Why didn't they warn us? Buddy, we shouted it in your faces. We had microphones. We had stages. We had speakers. We had live streams on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, fucking everything. There's no way in any universe, fucking every single person on this planet now officially knows that there was a trucker convoy. And if you don't, well, you're like living in a bush far off the grid and you're probably already doing the right thing and you already knew what was coming. So you already know that you don't need to be a part of this. You can just stay off grid. Good for you. But
Pretty
everybody
crazy.
else,
The Canadian trucker convoy, probably literally billions of people know about that.
for sure they do.
That's fucking
Famous people
intense.
talk about it. Actors from Hollywood
How often
have posted about how fucking there's freedom movies that are skyrocketing higher than like fucking Indiana Jones and like
I mean, I see some funny
almost
videos every now and then where, like, these climate protesters are like cementing their hands in the street and some chick gets dragged out by her hair by another chick. And like, those are funny videos and it is really happening in the streets of some place. But, how many people actually get to know about that? Tens of thousands? Like,
and really quickly, ladies and gents, what I just said a couple minutes ago there, that was to haters and trolls and everybody who is
it was
asleep.
to me. It was
And
directly to me.
Well, yeah, directly to Procky. And to everybody who I've tried so damn hard to be nice with. I've tried so hard to be patient with. I am a really nice guy, I really am. But I'm just sick of being the nice guy, you know? Like
He's lying, everyone.
I'm not
I
gonna
know Coda behind the scenes. I know Coda behind the scenes. He's lying. He's like a bully. He's
yo, man,
he
I'm just
yells
not gonna
he
censor
yells at
myself
me
anymore,
when I
man.
don't. He like asked me to do the Wi-Fi and then he yelled at me and he said sorry.
Procky, go fuck yourself sideways
Yeah.
from next Tuesday.
Yeah. I'm gonna me too the fuck out of you, motherfucker.
Right? Fuck off.
Oh, we went way
Fuck
down
on,
in
you get
views.
better results. Fuck sideways, you get kids like you.
Nice. See, Ontario boys just got the fucking lines, man.
The fuck you talking about?
All the one-liners.
Yeah.
Not those kind of lines.
Get up or get out. Go hard or go home. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. You down for some cheese and ham?
I prefer pastrami.
Pastrami? Oh, man.
Hey, you know, we all got our thing. So,
A peach tsunami while eating salami doesn't sound too bad for me as long as you bring the sturmami. I mean, whatever you said. See, I fucked up.
pastrami.
I fucked up for once. I fucked up.
That's good though. Peach tsunami, as long as you bring the pastrami.
I said peach tsunami while eating salami as long as you bring the pastrami.
While eating salami. Triple rhyme combo.
But I think I said strapami instead of pastrami.
Strip on me is also like acceptable. As long as we're talking about, you know, women here. You know, no, I'm not gay.
I mean, shit, man. These days, my starting line with a woman's first thing's gonna be, "You got a dick?" Coda B, where's your friend? He is. He's with a friend.
If you have to ask, and if you're surprised when you find a dick, I mean, you better just be in Thailand. It's pretty unacceptable around here. I see a lot of trannies around the streets. They don't really pass. In Thailand, though, you can totally get tricked. It's crazy.
Don't wear gray track pants and we won't see your fucking boner.
Because in Thailand and like especially in Southeast Asian countries, they're all like really they're like you know, they have nutrition problems. So like they're small. And so the men are small too. They have like these delicate little frames.
Oh yeah, Brian, I cannot see that, dude. Holy smoky.
Oh boy, can we zoom in? I mean, I've already read all this, but
no, we can't zoom in on StreamYard.
Shit. Wait, keep it up for a second. I might be able to see it. Let me see if I can see it on my computer monitor.
Probably not unless you can zoom in on your computer.
It is very blurry, but I could read the highlighted section.
I think
I'll help you out.
126.
Yeah, I'll help you out here. Okay. Section 126, which appears to be from the original bill, which was passed in 2002. If a person fails to submit to a vaccination ordered under Section 123, which is a much more interesting section, we could go over that. A judge of the Court of Quebec or the municipal courts of the cities of Montreal, Laval, or Quebec, saving jurisdiction is the locality where the fuck's sake. Sorry, it is pretty blurry here. So it sounds like they yeah, okay, never mind. I can't read this shit. It's too blurry.
Oh, I forgot I was muted. It almost sounds like it's almost been an hour, and maybe Brian can just come up here and give us a couple minutes of his time there.
Public health warrant. You could face a warrant for arrest, I guess, if you're not vaccinated. I think that's what it's saying. Because it's pursuant to Section 123, which defines that they're under certain states of emergency, they will be able to forcibly vaccinate, quote, the entire population. So again, this was law before COVID, and they didn't use this law during COVID. So I still worry that they could, but I'm glad that we're looking at this and talking about it right now. It's important.
The wall. No.
It's based on the era of smallpox vaccination where they eradicated smallpox through a vaccination effort.
To anyone who ever thinks they're going to vaccinate me, I'm taking you with me. Just remember that. I'm fucking taking you with me.
Yeah, they will bring in cops. They will have big men in white suits there. And if you hesitate under these rules, I don't think they'll kill you, but like they might.
Good. They better kill me, because that's about the only way they're going to get me vaccinated.
Really, the scariest part about this is that like you won't be killed, but you will be forced into subjugation. That's the scary part.
No, I would want to be killed. I would probably pretend I'm pulling something out so that they shoot me.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, I can't say exactly what I would do because I'm not in that room right now, and I hope I never go in that room. But we'll see. When I get in that room, I'll look around. Are there like tools? Are there like knives and shit? Scalpels? Whatever? What are they doing? What do we got? Are there tubes?
You're never knocking me out. I'll deal with the pain. I don't give a shit. You're not freezing me because God knows you're putting the fucking vaccine in that freezing shit. I don't know. I don't trust you. I don't give a shit. You ain't touching me with no needles, no scalpels, no nothing. And if you do touch me with scalpels, you're not vaccinating me. No needles. I'm staying wide the fuck awake. I don't care how much pain I'm in. I'm watching this shit because I want to watch and make sure you're not vaccinating me. And if you do, well, you better hope there's nothing I can poke myself with.
I think in a perfect scenario, they'd have like different chemicals in 2 different bags, and you could like mix them because you're really smart, and you create like a gas cloud, right? And then it kills all of them, but you escape, right? I don't know, but hey, has anyone ever played Half-Life 2?
What someone would have to do is come up with a fucking antidote.
I mean, in Half-Life 2,
the vaccine's going to be like one of those things on a movie where it's like, I will vaccinate you. And if you don't get the antidote within 2 weeks' time, you will drop dead driving your bus. What?
In Half-Life 2, the video game, it's far beyond a question whether you are living under a dictatorship. Like, you live in these pod cities, you live in pods. You're allowed to walk around a little bit and do all these little things, but really you live in the pod.
Honestly,
Anyways,
I don't even I
but
don't
there's
see any of it
still,
coming to that really.
even then, there's still this like huge resistance movement that
But if it does,
forms.
everybody better learn how to eat small portions of food.
So you're a pro pod person, eh?
Dude, I've lived on nothing. Bare fucking nothing. Like, I think the most I had for the littlest I had was a cookie for dinner. Like, I'm telling you, I've lived off of nothing.
Yeah, word. But I don't know what that has to do with living in pods.
Pods? No.
Yeah, like big high-rise buildings and shit like that.
No, never that shit. No, I'm a survivalist. I've always lived like, I don't know, a private, off the grid kind of lifestyle.
Except for the live YouTube streams, I guess.
The what? Sorry?
The live YouTube.
Fuck yeah. I love YouTube. I love all you guys. You guys are awesome. Without the viewers, without the people, there'd be no me. There would be no Coda B. Definitely not no 1, 2, 3. Everybody come sing with me. Oh yeah, baby.
Who are they,
They are
Dana?
who? They have been desensitizing the population with their movies and
Who are they?
propaganda called television. Television.
Tell us who they are.
The internet is just an extension of this machine. Well, Lucifer, of course. He's inside if you want to see him. He comes in many shapes, sizes, and forms. Do you guys think I just had a dog that was named Lucifer? Hell no. He came to me in my sleep one day and said, I'm gonna be your dog. I said, "Aye." Why do you think he doesn't listen? He tells me what to do.
Yeah, he's a fucking.
Just kidding.
He runs the show a little bit, that dog.
Yeah, he's alright. He's alright. Lucifer, what are you doing? He's my dog. He's my dog. He's my puppy dog.
Is
When
he
wants to
like
come out.
is by chance, is he like from Res Dogs or anything? Does he have Res Dog in him?
He could be. He could be.
Seems like a Res Dog kind of. Like he's got the same spirit. That's my impression.
He's awesome but fucked up. Whatever.
Well, it's like he has his eyes are fucking wild.
What?
His eyes are wild.
His eyes are pretty wild, eh?
Yeah, they're like brilliant. They're like an eagle eye. Like his eyes are crazy. And like, I don't know. He just he's a little bit on the wild side. I don't know. That's why I think might be whatever. Maybe like stray dog, kind of like whatever. Not that he's a stray, but res dogs roam the res. You know, they're different. They're wild. And that's a
She's
better way
wild
to,
for sure.
you know, like it's, for example, like house cats. It's like people who keep their cats inside are fucking demented. It's like them bitches got to go outside and like
Right?
roam. You have to keep your animals wild to a certain degree if they're going to still live with you.
Oh, I know that.
Ethan Shorts, that's not true. I'm saying it's a strong dog and it's a different.
What? I only seen JK.
Oh.
Ethan, one of your comments got
He's saying your
removed.
dog's fucked.
My dog's fucked?
No, he's saying your dog's fucked me. It's a funny joke. It's funny.
Now your dog's fucked? Why? Because he's a duck dog?
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Because he looks like a duck, but he's really a dog, but he looks like a dog, but he's really a duck?
He's actually a duck. I actually don't have a dog.
He's a duck. Lucifer, what are you doing? Come here. Come say hi. He's like, whoa, fuck that. Someone just called me fucked up. Just kidding. Just kidding. Everyone loves Lucy. No one calls him Lucifer. Everyone calls him Lucy because they just won't call him Lucifer. You guys won't pray to your fallen angel or what? He'll guide you all.
Depends on the situation. Most of the time, definitely Lucy. But every now and then, you know, you got to respect the full name, Lucifer.
Duck trolling retrievers are beautiful.
It's the only Canadian purebred dog that exists.
Probably.
They're from Canada and they're purebred.
I found out Lucy's true mix.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He's Blue Nose Pitbull, German Shepherd, and Australian Shepherd.
Damn. That kind of makes sense, actually.
He's quite the weirdo.
I don't know if he's a weirdo. Fuck, I miss that dog. I miss him a lot more than you, Coda. I'm just joking.
You know, he's a missable guy, isn't he?
Oh, Luce.
Who my boy?
He's a good boy.
Who my puppy dog? Who my puppy dog?
He's very affectionate. He was really, really nice with me. He was always getting pets and nuzzling in and shit. He slept on my bed and shit. He's a fucking sweetheart. Love Lucy. Love you, boy.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's a very loving dog. That's how I wanted him to be. I didn't care what he does as long as he's loving.
But you see those wild eyes, right? I mean, everyone sees them. He always looks like he's spotting airplanes or something. He's like his gaze is way in the background. He's scanning for activity.
This dog sees and hears fucking all.
Yeah. He just keeps his eyeballs still and he's gazing into the distance. And if there's any little flicker of movement, he's fucking aware of it. That's how he's perfect at that. Like, he's got the perfect genetics for that shit.
Oh, yeah.
And his ears are, yeah, look at his fucking...
Hey, you're going to pull me right off the fucking porch. Ow, my ass, man. Go, get out of here.
Go.
My butt cheeks, man.
Yeah, Nova Scotia Duck Tolling Retriever. It's a long name.
He looks strong. I bet he can run forever. Oh, dude. I used to, when I was out in Alberta there, every day when I would have my morning joint and coffee, we'd go for a cruise and fucking, I'd kick him out of the car and he'd run beside me, right beside my driver door. Not close enough that he could get hit. He'd run over on the grass, but he'd stay aligned with my driver door with me. And he would just run. The faster I go, the faster he'd go. And I'd do that for a good like 10 blocks.
Yeah, I do the same thing, but like on foot.
This guy can run 37 kilometers an hour so far. And that's, I don't even think he's
Really?
fully trying. Yeah, I don't even think he's fully trying, dude.
Jesus.
I was going 37K and he was staying beside me. I never pushed him any more than that. Like, he's fast. He just doesn't run as fastest, and I want to start getting him to. Like, I bet if I just went to a big-ass open field and just hucked his ball as hard as I could, he'd be gone.
Yeah, the thing is you don't know how fast because you're using your car to measure it. So you'd have to like have a fucking gun or something or a camera.
Like a speed gun, yeah.
You could use a camera technically.
Or I could probably attach something to his collar.
Yeah.
Just fucking throw and go.
Even with my dog, like he'll fucking run fast if he's running for something, but he never runs as fast as when he's playing with other dogs. It's
Right?
like when they're playing with each other, they fucking boot it, man. I don't know what it is.
Like Lucy, he gets mad because he doesn't want to run his fastest, but he doesn't want to run not his fastest. And so after a couple seconds, he'll just stop and then he'll start barking at the dog that's running. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Run. Fucking run, man. And then finally you see him just bolt and he's gone. Like, just gone.
Yeah, if you were going to use a camera to record the speed of the run, you'd have to like do it really controlled with markers and your frame rate in mind. And then you would just see how fast the dog got through between this yellow mark on the ground and the end point yellow mark on the ground. And then you'd count up the camera frames in milliseconds, and then you'd come up with a number. That's how it would go with a standard. You could do that with your phone. But we're not actually going to do any of this. I'm just being a fucking nerd.
Yo. I know all this. I know I could also have someone standing at the other end of the field with a fucking speed watch too. Or even like in the middle.
Yeah, you could just use a watch. Do the same thing.
This dog could probably...
But you wouldn't have cool footage for the gram.
What?
You wouldn't get the cool footage for the gram.
True.
And by the way, all of these fucking reports about how Instagram is not showing Canadian news and stuff. Have you seen any of that?
I don't go on Instagram.
A lot of people have seen this. They're like,
I'm never on Instagram, and anybody who ever tries to get a hold of me on it, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I don't really use it either, but I do have one. But
I have Instagram, don't get me wrong.
They're saying this is a result of
followers on it, but like I don't use it.
They're saying this is a result of Bill C-18 and the Canadian government's clamp down on whatever Canadian content, whatever they mean by Bill C-18. They're implementing it apparently, And so people are posting these screenshots of Instagram won't show them CBC News, and Instagram won't show them this other channel, and blah, blah, blah. But personally, I have had no problems. I always check these stories out. So, yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know whether people can actually see these fucking things or not.
Fucking mosquitoes, man.
Apparently, if you let them eat you for like a week straight, you'll never have problems again for the rest of your life.
That's not fucking true. You ever been to Ontario? Fuck.
Well, I've definitely like been in the bush. And like,
Dude. I've been to BC. No offense. The mosquitoes out there are pussies. I barely got bit the whole time I was there.
It really depends on the season and the area. No offense.
I was there for a whole year, dude.
And I know how bad the bugs
and
get.
In the bush. And every season.
I know how bad the bugs get in the east, but there are times when it gets that bad here. It's not as often, but we've experienced it. I'm just saying. But
well, I'm telling you, dude,
you have to just let them bite you
for fucking 2 seconds. Not even. As soon as you step outside the fucking door, you don't see one mosquito. Then as soon as you shut the door, you're covered.
We've had bug storms that are exactly like that. We're not immune to them. They happen. They didn't happen while you were here, but they do happen. And I've lived through them. And I know what to do. You just allow yourself to get eaten.
Hell no.
Hell yeah.
Get your own blood. This shit's mine.
All right. Good point.
I don't got fucking pints of blood for everybody. Shit. You want to get drunk or stoned or something, whatever the fuck my blood's doing for you, go fucking pick on someone else, not me.
Someone clip that, please. Fucking mosquitoes, get your own blood.
Right? Get your own blood, get your own life. As a matter of fact, why do you even have life? I mean, what's the point? There's no point for you to be here, for your existence. What do? You suck blood and you fucking get squished like little bitches. See, look, there's one right there. It's fucking dead. See? What kind of a life is that? That's not a life worth living. If I just sucked blood and got fucking squished, I wouldn't want to live that life.
Coda is confirmed not a Buddhist.
Fuck.
Not a Buddhist. Wait, but it's weird, Buddhism, because like in Buddhism, you're supposed to like revere every life form, and all this shit. Like respect
Fuck every mosquitoes. There's no use for them.
You're supposed to respect every insect and all the shit.
No. I respect bees.
It also seems to me like that in China, where Buddhism is the majority religion, they pretty much eat anything, like including dogs.
Well, it turns out caterpillars are actually bad for the environment. Butterflies create some kind of something, I forget. Mosquitoes, they just fucking don't know how to get their own fucking pints of blood, and they just steal yours. So, I don't really think there's any use for a lot of these bugs. What like there's not. I mean, worms, sure, you can go fishing with worms and then collect food to survive once the world goes to shit. That's awesome. But like mosquitoes, a fish gonna look at that and be like, motherfucker, that's smaller than my ex's Tic Tac. What do I want that for? And then he gonna swim away, and then you don't get dinner. You know what I'm saying? There's no use at all for mosquitoes. At all. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care if you have a reason for their existence. There isn't one. Not in my eyes. That's my opinion.
Well, that's
just my Coda B opinion.
To me, that comes across a little satanic a little, against God, but we'll let it slide.
What? You saying I'm against God? You saying I'm satanic?
Yeah. If you deny the existence of a single life form, you might be against God.
Well, then I don't know what to tell you.
Same goes for the fucking queers and shit. It's like, I don't give a fuck if some queer exists, but like, we're the trouble right now is with the kids in the schools and all that. But none
And
of us
Jesus
actually.
only drank red wine, and the virgin girls from church always say, "Screw me in the ass, because I can't. I got to save myself from marriage."
Yeah.
What happened to everybody? And I'm not trying to be like a smart ass and trying to be funny or gross or nothing. I'm actually trying to like make a statement there. It's very true. It's very, very true. I mean, I think it's true. But hey, this is a Canadian stoner. I don't remember what I said 30 seconds ago. So
I
hey,
know
let's
I'm
go.
having the same problem. I've been smoking more than usual because I'm on a fucking. Well, it's not called a high life, but anytime I'm chilling with Coda, it's a fucking high life. But
Oh yeah,
but yeah,
I'm done. I'm done smoking now though. I got to
I'm
save a
like
joint
thinking
for
about,
tomorrow.
like, remember the Pierre Polyev said, "I don't agree with the shirt, the straight pride shirt or whatever," and I'm thinking, so okay, that's stupid that he would say, "I don't agree with the shirt," but really, what I don't agree with the pride shirts. So really, I don't agree with. I have to stick to my fundamentals here. I don't agree with putting your sexual pride on any shirt myself. So, like, well, it's a funny thing to put on a shirt and get a photo with Pierre. Like, like I think it's stupid to celebrate your sexuality publicly in pretty much any way. It always comes across stupid no matter who you are. If you're like a bro in the gym and you're like, oh, fucking blah blah blah, you're publicly expressing your sexuality. If you're like a Karen at the gym, you're doing the same thing, whatever. With people on Twitter, the LGBTQ people, whoever's expressing their sexuality publicly always comes across as a bit of a fucking, I don't know. Like, that's why it's the old saying, don't kiss and tell, I guess. I don't know. It's embarrassing. It's
I
not.
support LGBT.
I
Liquor,
support
guns, booze, and titties.
I support the fact that people are human and deserve to live. I don't care what they are or do, but
That was
don't.
supposed to be a joke. People don't come here for seriousness.
But I'll push back if anyone's trying to shove shit down my throat.
Lucy, no, you can't go hump the other dog.
Anyway, yeah, I'm on a
Anyway, don't
I'm
drink
on a
Bud
rant.
Light because apparently it makes you see the rainbow. And that's what Procky doesn't want us to do.
Bud Light has always been a joke beer.
Oh my
Forever.
God. I went somewhere the other day and someone was drinking a Bud Light and I just wanted to fucking,
Slap it out of their hand.
oh, totally did. Totally fucking did.
Faggot.
Totally did.
Yeah.
And I mean,
like, it's in Canada, we don't even, like, light beer is a fucking joke anyway. Like, right now I'm drinking a 7% beer, and this is like a
beer,
reasonable
I don't even
beer.
fucking drink beer. That, no offense, but that shit's for pussies. I drink whiskey. I drink vodka. I drink shit that actually, if I want to get drunk, I'm gonna get drunk. And
Hey, yo, what up,
Dana Lee,
LD?
I have not even a joint. I have to take a joint out of the weed that Chris and I got together. Oh well, Lori, you're not a pussy.
Well, I drink whatever. I drink whiskey and beer, so fuck you. I don't care. You can feel however you want to feel about beer. It just makes you
And I'm
look like
waiting for my first pay until Friday.
I only drank the finest craft
No,
beers.
Lori. No, Lori. You're not a pussy. You have a pussy. There's a difference.
Wow, Jesus. Let's not go full Brett here, talking about the private parts of our viewers.
Hey. Please
Sorry.
do not talk about anybody.
I know I'm trying to summon him. Isn't that bad?
Please don't talk about people behind their back.
No, I want
Wow.
him to.
Meow. LOL. No.
He would join this panel, dude, but he might melt down on you. But you don't.
Well, I
deserve
haven't
that.
said anything about him. He hasn't said anything about me, and I just like
Fuck,
to keep it that way.
I kind of patched it up a little bit with him. Like we had some emails going back and forth, and I'm like, dude, I'm not a fucking hater. Like I know you have real haters out there. I see what they do, but I'm not a real hater. Like I like your content. I watch your streams. Like, fuck, man. Like I don't care if we're friends, really, but like don't treat me like I'm a fucking piece of shit. So
Well, Ethan and Lori, fuck you both. Guess what? I don't drink Twisted Tea no more.
yeah, Twisted Tea is pretty gay, sorry. That's
Fuck
kind of
you
like
too.
it's kind of like slut in a can.
You want to? I'll fucking get a Twisted Tea and slap you so hard with it. And you've seen what I'm capable of with crossing the country, so you know for a fact my ass could get back out there if I really wanted
Oh shit. If you Okay, hold on.
Crocky, don't make me get a Twisted Tea and come all the way out there.
Coda, I 100% believe that you would travel back to the West Coast just to slap me in the face with a Twisted Tea. I believe that.
Totally would. I totally would, and I would do it live too.
I believe that, and that's why I had
Where's Chris? Okay, I don't know if I'm supposed
putting
to
it on the line here.
But I will. You guys got to keep it a secret though for me until he comes, and then we'll all tell him together that we we'll do what you guys always do to me. Actually, every time I'm doing something that I always try to not give away, but someone slips it out, and then y'all guys do a little teasing. Chris is with a girl. Chris is with a girl. Oh.
Ow.
And I'm so fucking proud of him and happy. He does so much for everybody, man. And I was like, bro. I know this is your house. Get the fuck out and go do something good for yourself, motherfucker. I love you. But
is it like a through friends kind of thing, or?
Oh, totally, yes.
Because you probably need that for someone like Chris or someone like any of us. It's like
yes, it's definitely a through friends thing. Yeah,
we might have some strong political opinions.
Through freedom friends, actually.
Yeah, we might have to. Like, you might have to be okay with me saying "fuck Trudeau" out the window while throwing up the middle fingers and shit like that. Like, you might have to be okay with that to date me. Just saying.
In Chris's case, you got to be okay with the fact that he's got pink rims on his truck.
He has pink rims on his truck?
Dude, it looks so sick.
Okay, hold on.
And the
I have
ram
to
on
reevaluate.
the ram. Dude, it looks so sick.
I have to reevaluate here.
Chris, if you're lurking in the back, I absolutely love you, brother. And guess what? You had so much fun teasing me the last time, so I'm going to have so much fun teasing you, brother. Oh, I love you. You are my brother for life. We are in this together, ride or die. And I'm going to tell you right now, if this girl ends up your girlfriend, she's going to be getting pranked too. Just saying.
Yeah, that's part of the whole deal, isn't it?
It is because I'm the bro. I'm the best bro. I'm gonna be the best man. You know what I'm saying? Like when me and him get married one day, if we ever do, it's not gonna be like a government wedding. It's gonna be our own kind of no paperwork, fucking wedding. And guess what? Guess what? He's gonna be my best man. You know who I'm gonna marry? I'm gonna fucking marry Angelina and Pamela.
Hell yeah.
They ain't never let me down. In fact, they actually lift me up. Oh, pink rims and a tongue ring. Huh. Yeah, he know what he doing. He know what he doing. He ain't trying to hide nothing. He ain't trying to say, "Oh, I got a lifted truck and a small pecker." Nope, nope. He's trying to say, "I got pink rims, so you know what I'm packing."
Huh.
And a tongue ring too, which means I know what I'm doing. See, I don't got a tongue ring. I ain't on that level yet.
It kind of, I don't know, it just makes me think like he's probably familiar with the Nine Inch Nails discography.
Lori, a pink dink? Oh my god. No. Okay, let's not make fun of him. Just tease him. But we got to tease him when he's here. And now I got to send him a link and say, Chris, you got to come on live so we can all tease you now. No, we can't interrupt his girl time. I need him to have a great weekend. I really hope he does have a great weekend. Like,
it's a like real girl though, not the doll though, but a real girl.
fuck, man. Chris, you better make sure she does. You better ask her if she has a penis. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Someone
If you
clip
kiss
this.
her, just look down real quick and make sure there ain't no tent down there. Exactly, Lori. Let him have a nice time. He deserves it, man. He works so fucking hard, Chris. He does so much for so many people, and so many fucking people just don't
He
even
is a
help him out.
golden.
Don't do anything for him, and I'm like, man, really? Like, really? You
Chris
know how
is
many
a
donations he's
golden
got? He's
beauty.
in a whole year. He's probably got maybe 10 donations, Procky.
Yeah,
Without like, and he's never really asked for it either.
it's what happens when you stream yourself handing like out mittens to homeless people and shit like that, because no one actually cares. So he still does the right thing. He's a golden
Dude, we
fucking
went to Timmy's the other day and he
beauty
bought a guy a
boys.
fucking coffee. Or he was gonna, but he didn't want one. That's what it was. Because there's this one guy, he's like our age, who hangs out at fucking Timmy's almost every day. And Chris told him, anytime, absolutely anytime you want a coffee or anything to eat from Tim Hortons, when you see my truck in the drive-thru, you just run up to it and you tell them your order. And so,
Yeah.
Andrew, pretty quick. 5 years I have tried to find this D film. Help me find it or help me find it. What? I always thought Chris had a girlfriend. Nope, nope, nope. He's just a really good single dad who
D
does everything
film.
for everyone.
What's happening? This
And
is a weird bot situation
I don't know.
going on.
You got to remember, Procky, I do have viewers that have been watching like since day one who never chat.
He's looking for a film.
And right now I'm looking to try to get convince my boss to give me an advance on Monday, but he already said he won't.
Yeah, I wouldn't give you an advance either. I'm joking.
I've already worked a week, man.
Oh, like an advance
I
on
need
your
food. Like I need
like you
food. I
worked
need
for
lunch
the
for work. I
advance.
need
That
work
doesn't seem
boots
like
of
an
my
advance.
own. I need tools.
In the trades, like as far as I'm concerned, you like if someone does a day of work for you, you owe them for that day. And if they
That's
work a
usually
whole
how
week,
it works, yeah.
you
When
can.
this guy told me, I was like, I'll do on the books and shit, but like I need cash, man. He's like, nope, check only. I was like, e-transfer. He's like, nope, check only. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, banks don't like checks anymore.
Mm-mm. I've had my bank account for like 10 years, man. Never once
Andrew,
have I
don't be sorry. Just be more.
I've never
Andrew,
cashed a
pretty
check in
quick.
my bank.
Andrew, pretty quick. Be more clear about what you're asking. You're trying to
Yeah,
find a
yeah.
film.
You
So
gotta be
we
a
don't
little
know
more
what you're
specific
talking
there,
about.
brother.
Try harder.
Yeah,
Describe the film.
don't be sorry.
We can
Don't be
help you.
sorry, just be more specific.
We can help you. We just need more information.
Lori, but when you're working in the construction trade, most do. When you're a blue collared worker, usually you can at the end of the day say, hey man, I need some cash, and they'll just hand you a couple $100. No mistake, my happiness is smell when I came back. Oh, everyone loves the smell of weed. I love weed. Totally pissed. Don't worry. I will think hard. No, what? No, I'm not pissed. And I hope you're not pissed. Oh, pissed drunk. Damn, okay. That's why the spelling's a little little off there. Just a
Do
little bit.
people
Hey, it's
still
okay. I'm the same way.
drink alcohol?
I kind of don't. I don't know. I don't know anymore. Yeah. I think that. Yeah, no, that's what he meant, Lori. Totally correct. Totally correct. We got this. We got this. See, I don't even feel good. I don't want to tell Chris, but he sent me a couple bucks because I did work for him and stuff. I told him not to, but he didn't want me to be left out for the weekend. He sent me a couple bucks. Pizza or something for fuck. That's why I fucking was asking my boss for an advance because I need food. I've been working my ass off, and I can't work with no food.
Yeah, what a stickler. He's stickling.
Pickle rickling.
I would
Done
like,
on a weekend,
you know,
yep.
if I took a job, I'd say, you know, like weekly pay is good. I could do 2 weeks, but like weekly is best. It's like once a
Well, it's a
week I
week
gotta get paid.
holdback, and then it's weekly.
Right.
So it's just getting through the first 2 weeks. Which is hard, man, because like I don't want to be bothering Chris. Like he's got kids and shit to take care of, you know. He's got a lot on his plate. He's got fucking like everything, car like truck insurance, fucking gas, fucking, you know.
Huh. Andrew and Lori, weigh in here. Does Coda's audio sound terrible to you on YouTube? Because
Lori, I do like the job. However, I would rather work for myself. However, I can't right now because I need the money. But Chris and I kind of have a couple side jobs, so I'm going to talk to my boss about taking some days off for those.
to me, your audio sounds great, but we're talking on StreamYard. On like between you and me, your audio sounds completely fine.
I already know I'm fine. Lori and everybody already would have complained by now.
I've heard it be terrible in recent days. So I think it's fixed. But Andrew
It might
thinks
sound
it's
shitty for a second here and there just because I keep popping off of the Wi-Fi and back
well.
onto it.
He says it sounds like you sound like you're coming through a radio scanner.
Shit, Andrew, how drunk are you?
Okay, that could be his personal state. I didn't factor that in.
I mean that in all fun and jokes, I promise. It's nothing but love here. Love and jokes and fun. It is a bit dull. Oh my god, I'm dull? Man, that's gonna cost you 100 doll hairs.
Okay, we've established that Andrew is probably from at least an English background, London, England, something like that. He used the word dull. That's a
Lori, here, Andrew, let me clean out your ears.
very English word to use. Dull. It's a bit dull.
Shit, son, my phone at 29%, 29%. I just killed my gimbal to use power, and I only made it up to 29%. When I started this live, I was at like 4.
This is why I'm on Coda's team. I'm the psychological, psyops guy. I figure out intelligence based on my hunches. And then I always report what I learn right to Coda.
Yo. That's why I invited you up tonight, because I knew you would like what we were talking about and that we were actually doing topics and having a fun time.
So. Oh, yeah, we haven't had a topic in a bit here.
No, not really. And I didn't even put a topic on the thing. I just said maybe a topic, maybe a convo, maybe some stuff. Lori, we did talk about some stuff. If you do watch and stuff like that. So
it's mostly about Ukraine, kind of,
Lucifer, what are you doing? Yeah, see, that's disgusting. Yeah, gross. Exactly. No, don't fucking do it again. You get. Lori, what am I wearing? You're probably wearing Coda B123 Planet Freedom hoodie. I'm gonna say a pair of pajamas and either slippers or Crocs. Andrew, oh, your sound is okay. How close am I, Lori? How close am I? I set my sound for some random signal. Far out fuzzy. I'm close? Okay. But bare feet, lol. But you are wearing the Planet Freedom hoodie? Was I right on that? Oh, tell me I'm right on that. It's still slightly dull, but not bad, really. That's such a dull word to use. Procky, where the fuck did you go? Oh, there you are.
I seen a comic here. It's a 3-panel comic. We probably can't show it so easily, but it's basically just a mother with her kid at the mall, and she's like, "I want a tattoo," and then her mom says, "You're not old enough for that," and then her mother then drags her into a gender affirming surgical clinic. Funny, but not funny.
Mary, there's no fires near me and no smoke in the air, just clouds. So, yeah, no fires near me right now. Right, meow. Meow, 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 meow. Cats. I'm a kitty cat. And a meow, 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 and a meow, meow, meow. Cats. I'm a kitty cat. You ever hear that song growing up?
Yeah,
Rocky?
that's like a fucking "You're the Man Now" dog fucking meme.
Right?
Anyone remember that website? YTMND?
Dude, the kitty cat website with all the kitty cat fucking songs and shit. Oh, man.
I
used to
Jean-Luc
howl. Me and
Picard
my
of the
buddies used to go
USS
on there and just
Enterprise.
laugh our asses off.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the USS Enterprise. Anyone remember that shit?
Oh, and there was that one, the squirrel. Gonads and strife. Gonads and strife. Gonads and strife. When it's raining, thunder and lightning, you gonads and strife. Man, there used to be some funny stuff growing up. All that 90s shit.
So
90s, early 2000s.
here's a topic. Here's an interesting topic. Canola oil.
Mary, Mary, I mean this out of total 100% respect, but don't we all know the news is just lying by now? Yo, Coda, does your channel allow for super chats? I don't see the option. Yeah, it does. It should be right there. When you go to
I see it.
go to chat, the money symbol should be there.
I see it.
Procky sees it.
Or
Little bit of 80s for me, right?
it actually only gives me the option to get a membership. I don't see an option to super chat.
Oh man, Andrew, when I was growing, it was that RuneScape game. That was the game.
RuneScape.
It shows, but only membership. What?
Don't tell me you played RuneScape.
Give me money, thanks. Good idea. What? I wasn't saying give me money. No, Hugh G was just asking. But it should allow. Yeah, hold on one second. I'll check and see if it is on my
Super
end too.
chats are not enabled.
I might glitch out for a second.
All right. While Coda's glitching out, I want to bring up this topic. Canola oil.
What the fuck is going on here? Hold on a second.
People say bad things about seed oils, and I don't understand why. And I want to know if they're actually bad. And because canola is like a huge fucking crop in Alberta. Anyway, that's what I'm going to be researching. Well, maybe not tonight, but later in life. Anyone know anything about canola?
Okay, so if you guys all refresh your page, it should be enabled now. Give me 1 second. I just said it. I had to go back to studio and I just turned it all back on.
No one uses canola oil for cooking or frying or...
Trying to think who has access to my channel and could have shut it off because there's no reason for it. That's so weird. I don't understand.
You probably would have, even if I had kept logging into your account, which I relinquished my access to months ago. I'm sure it would show you, because it does show you something like someone is logging in from here. Someone is logging in from there. It shows you.
Yeah, it does. That's
true. In your email or even on your phone, right?
Oh, yeah, no, but if you're already logged in, then that doesn't matter. It won't show me that you're going on to it.
Yeah, but, okay, let's see.
Thanks, Hugh G. I mean, I don't get super chats for 30 days, but that it means a lot to me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'll get that next month on the 22nd. Much love and appreciation. Oh, well. Oh, well, he says. That's why everybody tells me to put my donation stuff, but I don't really like to because I think it turns people away. And I don't like asking for it. Don't get me wrong. I don't really like taking help. I don't like asking for help in the first place, but if people go out of their way to help, then I do appreciate it. Obviously, it goes far, and I always pass it forward. Procky's actually seen it with his own eyes. I always pay shit forward, always. I help everyone I can. You guys have even seen me go into other channels and send super chats to them too to support them.
I've seen that a lot of times, actually.
Right?
Not that I agree with it, because in my opinion, you're just sending more money to Google. But whatever, you do what you can.
Well,
Just because like anyone who sends you a super chat is actually sending 30% of your money or 40% to.
no, I get 70%. YouTube takes 30
Okay, there you go. But yeah,
plus tax.
so anyway, in the past, like, yeah, it's a funny thing though. It's like once you get like a hype train going and all this shit, and there's like everyone super chatting a lot, then yeah, like it gets everyone donating and everyone's hyped up to donate, and you do make more money overall when a bunch of people are super chatting. But
Honestly,
it's probably
you know
more
what I found?
meaningful to just send a e-transfer or whatever.
When I'm fighting for freedom and doing my thing and reporting on the on foot news kind of stuff, not a lot of people donate. You do get donations, but not a lot of people donate. But if I'm sitting there getting piss-faced drunk out of my face and saying, "Hey, buy me a shot and I'll take this shot right now, right in front of you," and people know
Oh,
I
look at
don't
that.
take small pussy shots, and they're like, "Quick, right there, donate."
Yeah, Hugh G with the complaint about how something isn't working just proved that it's now working. Thank you, Hugh G.
Yes, thank you, because you just made me fix it.
He made you fix it so he could give you money. He wasn't just complaining to be a dick. He was complaining.
Andrew, I literally do everything. I got this channel and I got Maple Blaze Productions with my buddy. I do everything, man. I started from the trucker convoy and been going since. But what were you saying, Procky?
Oh, just that Hugh G was complaining, but he backed his complaining up with money. So
Right?
what a G unit, Hugh G unit.
Oh, I love Hugh G.
Yeah, old school.
Yeah, it's both of us. Yeah. Maple Blazed is me and Chris, and then well, it's all me and Chris now. Really, all of it. It's all Chris and I, me and Chris. We're YouTube partners till the end, man. I found my forever fucking YouTube partner.
So romantic.
Isn't it? Should I get a matching tongue ring and matching pink rims?
God, no. Maybe.
I'm all about the purple. I'm
Honestly,
all about the
it's up to
purple.
you.
I like purple.
I would laugh if Code ever got a tongue ring.
I don't
He
think
doesn't
I
like
could.
he doesn't like people piercing his body, so. Unless
And YouTube guys still do stuff. Oh yeah. Yo, Jalissa, what's going on?
Jalissa, classic.
Yo, but there's one thing we are doing. We're proving something. Me and Chris are gonna get something together that represents both of us, and y'all guys are gonna be super shocked and surprised when it happens. Yeah, the corpus, it's bad to pierce the body. It is. Unless it's for your kids. I got my daughter's name on my arm. I got to put my son's too. But I got to fix my daughter's. I was drunk one night. I was at a tattoo party. My buddy's like, yo, $60. I'll tat you up anything you want. And I was like, oh, yeah. Hey, Bri.
Hey, how's it going?
Not too bad. How you doing tonight?
Ryan.
Hey, you wanted to talk to me, Brocky?
Oh, not necessarily. I was just baiting you into wanting to talk to me.
Oh, no.
And it begins.
I always want to talk to you, Brocky.
Hell yeah, bud. Hell yeah. Thanks for following me on Twitter.
Hey. Yeah. Yeah, I'm on there quite a bit.
It's at times fun. It comes in waves.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes it's like lit as fuck, and other times it's full of bullshit. So
Well, that's at least you can say what you want to say.
yeah.
Not like some places we know.
Yeah, I mean, like I used to be on 4chan all the time. Now I'm just on Twitter. So, you know.
Sounds good, Andrew. Have a good night.
But I don't agree with a lot of the things people say on 4chan. It's just that you're free to say anything you want. And when you go to places of the internet where anyone's allowed to say whatever they want, no matter what, and there's no moderation,
Yeah.
then you actually get to learn what the world is actually like. And that's an interesting fucking experience that we should all be rooted in reality. So I encourage anyone to visit somewhere where there's full free speech, see all the viewpoints, and see how
Hey,
disgusting.
my name was on 4chan twice. Once it was dragged through the mud, and then once it was actually like talked about really good.
I never seen you on there, but I have a feeling what board you would have shown up on. R9 2K probably, but I think that's
Search up
called.
Coda B123. You'll find me somewhere.
It's
I just
Well-
Googled my name. I found pictures of me everywhere. I found fucking pages dedicated to me in English and other languages.
You might be talking about like
Chinese.
you might be talking about like Bunker Chan, which is like a leftist, like socialist, like Marxist alternative
Maybe,
to 4chan.
I don't know, but I found,
Yeah.
dude, I didn't just find myself either though. Like I found websites with all streamers
Reddit.
talking shit about all of us, freedom
Yeah,
fighters, all of it.
Reddit's pretty ripe with that kind of activism and shit. But anyway,
Oh, I mean, I like Twitter, and
Twitter's fun now.
what happens is usually when I start disengaging on Twitter is when people start name calling. That's when I disengage in a conversation, or if
Right.
people can't bring up facts to what they're talking about.
It depends. The only reason I want to disagree with you here is because Ice Cube has been responding to his haters, and I don't know if you've seen any of that, but like someone will be like, "Yo, you told people to maybe think about voting Republican. You know, fuck you, you're a sellout." And he's like, "Yo, go get another fucking booster, bitch."
No, that's not me though, right?
Sometimes it's funny.
Oh yeah,
to go there.
But
that's what, see, people expect certain things from certain people. If you have a certain persona or way you present yourself, and that's always how you've presented yourself, then that's all that people are going to expect from you, right? Like me, people expect me to be serious, funny, stupid, and all of it, right? Because I do all of it.
Yeah, we just expect you to be Coda.
Right?
And I just want to say, hello,
Brian's
Andy.
a chill guy, and he's very informative, and he doesn't argue with people, and that's what people expect from him. Procky, you're kind of a little bit like me, kind of, sort of, but I think you're a little bit worse, where you kind of will tell someone, like, you know, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'm bad sometimes.
Once you start name calling, there's no sense in continuing a discussion because it's not going to go anywhere.
Right.
Right. That's just my opinion, anyways.
I don't think there should be any name calling or putting others down anyway. Like, don't get me wrong, a debate is a debate, right?
You can attack
and if it
someone's
gets a little
ideas.
heated, then whatever. Like, nothing's perfect, nothing's always calm. But like you said, right? No
We
name
can
calling,
always,
because that's disrespectful.
if someone brings an idea to the table and it's stupid idea or it's whatever it is, and you disagree with it, I can fucking tell my buddy, hey man, that's dumb. And then we're still friends at the end of the day. Like, that's
Yeah, but someone
normal.
you don't know, you just say, listen, I think I probably disagree with that idea, and here's why, and blah, blah, blah.
That's typically how that's how good trolling is done anyways. I mean, I'm not going to go that deep into trolling, but like, if you go on Twitter or wherever, a YouTube chat on a channel that's like, maybe it's Pierre Polyev, and you start spitting truth, like, I'm not attacking you as a person, but I will disassemble your belief and attack every part of it and run you through this psychological attack where it's like, what you believe is stupid. I don't agree with your beliefs. It's based on fear and propaganda, and I will disassemble it and give it to you in that way. But I'm not attacking you as a person. But
but you can't attack just with an opinion, though. You need to back up the opinion.
It's an attack on the idea. That's why I use the word attack. But like, and also a lot of people will never ever be affected by this kind of thing. They just retreat and stay soft in their propaganda world. But like, I found in my own life that it actually works really well to be pushy and put pressure on people sometimes to be like, listen, what you're saying right now.
Whoa.
That's not my phone, by the way. But listen, right now it's really stupid what you're saying. And, if you put pressure on people in the right time, they might think about it and be like, hey, maybe I am talking bullshit. I mean, I'm not immune to that either. I've said a lot of things that are stupid too. So, and that might have been one of them. We'll see.
Well, I'll state something, and some people that know me will take it as fact. I don't like that because, I can always be wrong. I encourage people to take anything I say the same way they would take anybody on the opposing side. Do your fact checking.
It's funny because it in ways it makes you look at the world differently. Where there's say if we're going to go class wise, there's a class of people who understand, probably like you and me and a lot of people around here, that there's all kinds of disinformation coming from all kinds of places.
Oh,
be so careful. Like, don't retweet a screenshot of a news article that you can't find a link for. All of these things. There's such basic, fundamental things that you have to do to fact check your own information.
Absolutely.
And no one's doing stuff like that. So like, that just puts that just divides the population right there. That one thing.
Well, here's you can be right 99 times, and if you're wrong once, you're going to be people are going to remember the one time.
It sounds like you're under duress.
Who, me?
Yeah, there's a lot of noise, a lot of.
Well, I am driving.
Glitching, buzzing.
Buzzing. Okay, is there buzzing going on now?
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Is it me or Coda?
It's you.
It's me.
100%.
Okay, let me. Yes, is that any better?
Yeah, I don't hear anything anymore.
Try whatever. I'm sure it's fine, but it is a little distracting. Anyway, go.
Is this? Here's some background noise from somebody.
But we were talking about
Well, I'll be back in a
disinformation.
minute anyway. I gotta go pee.
I guess that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Well, when I was coming on, you mentioned something about granola oil.
Oh, canola oil.
Canola oil.
Yeah, I thought it was. I'm looking into it. I don't know. People say seed oils are bad.
I tend to agree.
So I don't know why. So I'm gonna look into it. That's all. That's where I'm at right now.
Yeah. Yeah, I did a bit of looking into it. I haven't really have enough to state an opinion other than corn oil's another one.
The thing I used to bait you here, quote unquote. Coda was the one who actually invited you in the first place, which he did at the same time he invited me. So it has nothing to do with my agenda, if you want to put it that way. But the sharing, which I appreciate, of the Quebec thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You never said this is a new law, and so I never got to get you on that.
It isn't a new law.
I know. There's a lot of people who said it was new, and I got to correct them.
But see,
I never got to correct you.
That's most people think it's amendments that just came out.
There was an amendment, but it's really insignificant.
Yeah. No, this is not a new law, and the issue I'm going to have with this is now the far left are going to say, see how good the government is? We had these laws, but we didn't use them.
Okay, well, that's kind of what happened in reality. But it has to do with the fact that, again, I think there's a historical link to that kind of legislation, which is smallpox eradication, which certain people know about. Probably a lot of young people have no clue what we're talking about there.
Well, yeah.
But COVID didn't meet those requirements. But I agree. We need to look very closely at these fucking laws, because now we don't know if they can name a disease that deadly or not. For example, if Ebola goes airborne, that's always been a big fear.
Yeah.
Right? So, or whatever, the bubonic plague, what if that goes around again? I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Well, see, here's the issues that are going on right now with the amendments to the International Health Regulation and the International Pandemic Treaty. Those amendments, and along with the treaty, what they want to combine into one, is going to give a appointed organization the ability to lock down, institute an emergency over just about anything. That's the issue. That is the biggest issue. The amendments, the 300 and some odd amendments that are right now sitting with the the World Health Assembly, who makes the rules and bylaws for the World Health Organization. There's giving them the powers to class just about anything they feel or think or might be a pandemic, and just call a pandemic. And then everybody, so Canada isn't voting on these. No countries are what they call in the WHO. They call them states.
Yeah, we're voting for the, you know,
We're not voting. There's no votes on this.
okay, so quick sidebar, I guess, is Pierre Poilievre says, I will not appoint anyone in my cabinet who is part of the WEF.
Yeah.
So you can vote for that as long as a candidate.
Well, we're not talking the WEF. Let me explain to you how these.
And I know what you mean. I know what you mean, because Pierre is like, here's the controversy he's in. He denounces the WEF, but he's still on board for the like UN agenda, right? So that's the problem with him. And I don't hear anything coming out of my phone now.
Hi. I think Brian
Can you
went
hear me?
silent there.
Yeah, you cut out.
Okay. So anyway, so here's the problem. So each country is represented, the countries that belong to the World Health Organization. The WHO call them state members. So a state member can write an amendment to the World Health regulations and present it to the board, to the World Health Assembly. Okay, so Canada doesn't get to discuss it in Parliament whether they want to or not. What happens is if Canada doesn't write a letter stating that we want to opt out of these amendments automatically become World Health Organization law. And we're bound by our commitment to the WHO to follow those regulations. There's no voting, there's no discussion, there's nothing by our government or any government. That's how that works. And December 1st, all these 300 and some regulations, if we do nothing and we say we don't want to opt out of this, we're bound by those regulations.
But how do you break that agreement?
How do you break that agreement? There needs to be a letter sent from a representative in Canada saying we are opting out of these amendments.
Which means a new government has to be elected that's willing to do that.
No, that does not mean. That means that we, as lazy, dumbass Canadians, have to get off our ass and write our legislation.
Yeah. Okay. Fuck. I'm having so many. I'm not even high, but I'm having so many different thoughts here. Like, because
go ahead, I'll give you a chance to think.
Yeah, because you can get involved in any political party. Like, for the love of God, if I'd want to see any movement of political activism, it would be sort of these new disaffected liberal, quote unquote, right wingers, which is a funny thing to call people in Canada, to go to the NDP and join that party and start demanding of them,
hey, just don't forget
what you can do.
Saskatchewan, British Columbia, and Alberta no longer want to be called liberals.
Now, the funny thing so I think there's a really funny thing happening in Canadian politics. We already have so many parties, like way more than most countries. And people are saying, like, vote PPC or whatever. And it's like, that's not going to solve the big problem here. And the big problem here is that people don't vote and they don't care.
That is part of the problem.
The political disengagement of the population is the main problem of so many things we're facing today. You rewind 100 years, your average person would be like way more deeply connected to the political system than anyone. Even if you go out to, say, certain counties in rural Alberta and go visit your neighbor. Hey, your neighbor's on the board of this and the county of that and the board of that. Okay, like people are still part of their communities at an official level in a rural place, even today. So that's what's been taken away from the average person and replaced with comforts. You know, this is really general shit I'm talking about. But
Well,
people
the issue,
become politically disengaged, and that's the
and
real
that's
problem.
and that is what happened over the last decade. Over the last decade, Canadian and American IQs have dropped 3 points.
Well, that doesn't surprise me with all the immigration, but we can leave that.
No, that's not immigration.
I don't know. I to be fair, I don't know the last time I took an
The
IQ test.
What happened is people got disengaged in holding government accountable. And for the last 4 decades, probably, maybe even longer, the government was put in. Nobody was even holding their local councilmen accountable for anything. Everybody just went around heads in the sand, and now it's everybody said, "Oh, well, we can't do anything. We can't do anything." You could have 10,000 truckers or convoy go into Ottawa, or we're a big country area wise. We're at a disadvantage to making things look as big as they were. Take the convoy for instance. When you add up all the people that stood on the side of the roads, on the overpasses.
Yeah, and not only that, maybe this is right before you joined, I brought up that the convoy in Canada was exposed to literally billions of people, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And a lot of stories don't get that kind of exposure.
Yeah.
But the Canadian convoy did. It hit the billions in terms of people who actually saw what was happening, which is pretty incredible for Canada.
But I tell you, if everybody that was in Ottawa stood on the side of the road, on overpasses, wrote Nicholas, Perquet or something like that, who is our representative on the World Health Assembly, saying we want to opt out of this the amendments, and I'd like to see just get right out of the WHO and have something else set up, because it's so corrupt right now.
Good luck.
But if all those people, I bet you, if all those people wrote a letter, made a phone call, an email.
Dude, it's like literally asking a country like Canada to get out of the WHO agenda. That's like asking.
Yes, I'm asking.
That's like asking,
what other choice do we have?
I'm just saying
because the outcome's going to be a lot fucking worse than sitting. If you want to sit on your ass and not do anything, fine. Just don't fucking complain. I'm not directing that at you, Brocky.
I know, but I'm trying to say the reality is that asking Canada to reject the WHO is like asking the new American president to abolish the IRS. So it's on the same level of major major
with an
institutional takedown that just isn't either going to happen or only will happen with major force.
yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, I'm just trying to say reality.
Uh,
I don't have a personal agenda. I'll just live with whatever's happening in the world. But like,
yeah.
to take down these huge institutions, you know,
We have.
that's
You know
a
what?
huge feat.
You know, with an attitude like that, Procky. That's why we're in this situation.
Not necessarily, because I'll say that like
You think you don't think that with the regulations coming in, how many rights that were taken away through the last pandemic?
What it sounds like is you're trying to maybe accuse me of being hypocritical. But what I will say is that I'm doing everything probably that anyone around here does to the best of my ability. Talk to all my friends, family, express my political views to my fullest. I make videos on social media. I comment on social media. I do everything that we can do. But how are we going to abolish?
Have you written your MP?
But how are we going to abolish the WHO?
Have you written your MP?
I haven't.
Have you called your MP?
But I do know him, so I've talked to him many times in person.
Have you told the people you talk to you need to call your MP?
Well, of course. I mean, it's a well-known.
Well, I have.
You're supposed to engage politically with the tools we have, which are plentiful. Which is what I've been talking about. Which is the fact that we don't need like a new offshoot fringe party like the PPC. We need the same people who support the PPC to get involved with the major parties or whatever. Like, how do you make a whole... Let's face it, the Conservative Party has a huge following. The PPC wants everyone who supports the Conservative Party to move over. And we're talking about like 20 million Canadians, possibly.
Do you think that the PPC or the CPC are going to be any better than what we have now?
Well,
you think an election's going to change things?
That's exactly my point. Is that no, it won't. Nothing will change unless people get more involved at the levels they can with the tools. Yes,
criminals left their own device are going to be criminals.
Well, with the tools we have, if people stand up, and right now, what are we watching on Twitter? Huge amounts of Muslims standing up against the Canadian government, and we're all celebrating.
No, they're not. That's the problem. They are not standing up. They're on social media talking about it. They're not doing it. They're not writing their MPs, their local government. They're sitting on social media talking about it.
Okay, that's an assumption, but I'll grant you. I'll grant you the whatever. Fuck, I'm trying to forget cliches. So,
I do love you, Brocky.
Oh yeah, no, fine. No, this is good, right? Because like we talked about before, this is ideas attacking ideas or whatever. It doesn't have to be attack, but it's just we're trying to get to information here. We're just fucking humans trying to live peacefully, and there's a lot of information out there that is highly conflicting at times, and if you can't reasonably talk about it, we should get like some trannies up here too. That'd be hot.
Well, I know a lot of people that agree with me or agree with us, but it's of the same. If it's of the same attitude. Oh well, what's that going to do? What's that going to do if I call? What's this going to do if I write? Well, for one, it's going to put it on the record. And if you don't, we don't stand a chance at all. So that's my my philosophy. Am I right? I don't know.
It's, again, we have, and this goes back to so many people talking about how civics are not taught properly in schools anymore. It used to be a full class. How do you engage with your government?
Yeah.
And the history of government and how everything works in government. They
Yeah.
basically
Civics
were,
class.
for a time, they were grooming every child in the nation to be an MP, basically, with a civics class. Like, that's the amount of information they gave you. And now it's dead. They don't teach that anymore. And that's the problem. I've said this since since I started talking on these goddamn freedom streams, since the convoy. Like, the problem isn't that the parties are corrupt and you have to go do a new party or whatever. You have to take down this party and that party. I don't know.
You just got to hold them accountable. There's no time left to build a new party.
We just live in a country where nobody cares to actually care about. Anyway, that's the whole problem with all the corruption.
Well, that's
because nobody cares.
Well, a lot more people care now than
Yeah, we're being forced to care because now it's hitting the bottom line. So that's how it happens. And again, I will make my age-old prediction. PP will win, but he will bring austerity measures to Canada. He will make us suffer like a depression. And it's a horrible future. I hope I'm wrong, but if I'm right,
yeah,
it's horrible.
Well, the thing is, if people think they're going to be able to live outside of what's coming, they're totally mistaken.
Well, it's kind of like Stephen Harper in 2008 used fiscally conservative policy to drive us through that. But that was 2008. What's coming is going to require such higher measures. So,
yeah,
it's not going to be the same thing. He's not going to be the Stephen Harper that guides us through the thing. He's going to turn the country into a place where nobody can afford anything. I'm sorry. I don't want to shit on PP because I do hope he wins, but I really do fear what his politics could mean during a very bad economic downturn, especially the way the country the country has been left in by Trudeau. So
we are there's nothing stopping a really bad down economic collapse coming.
I mean, it's happening right now.
Yeah,
we all feel it. We all see it. We all live it. Our pocketbooks show it. That's not a lie.
Yeah.
Every Canadian sees how fucked up the finances are in this goddamn country.
Our taxes and our rates were supposed to stay the same for years to come. It's gone up 5%.
The interest rates.
Yeah, the interest rate.
That whole grocery rebate that they gave out, it just came in the form of a higher GST.
Yeah.
Higher GST in the form of, and you have to literally be on welfare to qualify.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the only person I know who received it was on welfare last year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brian, your camera's on.
Oops.
I wonder how many people are on welfare in Canada today.
I know a lot of people who are. I don't really talk to them anymore because they think that their welfare check is better than my work check. Which I could never understand.
2 million
Sure.
people.
What?
2 million people, according to the last thing. But if they keep importing 1 million people a year, I'm sure that's going to skyrocket.
That's definitely a misguided number.
Well, when you bring in, okay, just for example, like we just hit 40 million people. There's something like 1 million people came in this year.
That's what they're saying. I don't know if it's true.
Okay, so here's
That's what they're saying.
Here's the issue with that much immigration, even bringing in qualified people who have money. So you have that many more people fighting for goods. Has the complete opposite effect of the of what the Bank of Canada interest rates are supposed to do. You have more money going after less goods, causing inflation.
No, but that kind of policy, Brian, deserves a bonus. $20 million.
What's that?
That bank policy earned a bonus of $20 million.
Oh yeah.
So obviously it's brilliant.
Well, it's brilliant for some people. No, but so when there's more money coming into Canada, fighting for less goods, you have continued inflation.
I was really hoping that was going to be a bigger news story this week or this weekend.
Uh-oh, my phone's dying.
Well,
I'm
plug
at
it in,
1%.
asshole.
I have a sandwich in my hand, and my hands are greasy, asshole.
I'm sorry.
I haven't eaten today other than bacon.
But yeah, this whole story about the Trudeau government giving these huge bonuses to the Bank of Canada executives during this time where they're basically floundering on the economy, which is what they're in charge of, which is a stupid fucking idea in the first place. But anyway, this is like literally the new scandal.
Yeah.
And I thought it would be talked about a lot more by now, but it's not. It's like getting swept under the rug.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the government gave themselves a big raise. So, and now the Bank of Canada gives himself bonuses.
I have a feeling that Coda is going to text me or you soon saying, yeah, I'm out, but you guys can carry out the stream.
I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Oh, for fuck's sake. If you leave me here, I'm just going to play video games and talk about Nazi flags. So maybe the stream's over.
Okay. Everybody left. Well then. Alrighty. Well, peace, love, freedom. I'm going to bed, everybody. Have a good night. Love you all. Bye.